Now, for more on this, I'm joined by Ahmed Bayram. He is the Middle East spokesperson for the Norwegian Refugee Council. Ahmed, really good to have you here on the program. You're joining us from Amman in Jordan. These people who are now fleeing Khan Younis, how are they going to be able to find food and water?
That's the question that we are asking as well, as as an international humanitarian community and also local Palestinian communities trying to help on the ground. There's simply no food. If I talk to you about the prices of eggs, of chicken, I mean, these are just beyond reach. One egg is now sells for one USD dollars. Our teams on the ground are telling us that food is diminishing in both quantity and quality, which means that, famine, not just famine, but, this chronic hunger that people are going through on a daily basis is going to get worse. What is worse, I think, is the congestion on the way out of Khan Younis. And we have seen numbers that probably 250,000 people will be affected. This means that not everyone will reach so-called safety, and there is no such thing as safety in Gaza, of course. Everyone will, it's going to be a stampede. So a stampede for bread, stampedes for water, and now stampedes on the road out of Khan Younis into the unknown, really, because people just don't know where they're going to head, and where they are heading is going to be safe for them.
And for your organization, are you able to provide any kind of basic necessities such as water and food?
Water, we are down to water, to trucking some water, safe water for people to drink. We are helping around 20,000 people a day. That's nowhere near what we can do if we had the conditions allowing. We are providing some shelter support basics, some mattresses, some blankets here and there. But I can tell you that, just like everybody else, we are really struggling with the destruction of the Rafah zone, and also, of course, with the very little trucks that are arriving from Karam Shalom, Abu Salim. Our teams on the ground in Deir Balah are telling us there has been virtually no aid coming into the area in the past week at least, and they have, it's much worse than areas like Khan Younis, for example, which, back to your first question, is going to make things much worse because, Khan Younis, we had some trucks arriving there, here and there, but now in Deir Balah, the situation is quite desperate. So yes, we are struggling. Our teams on the ground are struggling. They have been displaced along with their families, along with their loved ones. And yeah, the situation is a catastrophe on the ground. And that's why we need a ceasefire. We need Israel to commit to those aid trucks arriving. Thousands and thousands of tons of food are waiting across the border while starvation unfolds in Gaza.
Ahmed Bayram, the Middle East spokesperson for the Norwegian Refugee Council, thank you so much for joining us here on TRT World.